Do you want to know the number one way to ensure that you're actually going to do the work that you say that you're going to do? Make a YouTube video for thousands of people to see. Hey everyone, Matt Wacek here. Welcome back to a brand new video. And first off, I want to say thank you to you guys for helping me reach 2,000 subscribers. It is pretty cool to see, and I know that 2,000 subscribers is not a lot in the grand scheme of YouTube when you got channels that have hundreds and millions of subscribers, but I started this channel with, I want to say 7 or 17 subscribers, something just astronomically low, and over the course of time it has grown, and I only see that increasing from there. I've never really had a specific goal for subscriber count, but the silver play button, which is what YouTube gives you for 100,000 subscribers, would be pretty cool to have. So anyways, thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you guys for liking all the videos and commenting and asking questions, being in the Facebook group, and overall just being here watching. I'm extremely thankful. Anyways, on to the challenge. 100 sites in 100 days, otherwise referred to as one site a day till May. So in a minute, we'll hop into my computer. I'll show you guys the spreadsheet that I have for how I'm really tracking the builds, as well as the build style. I'll also give you guys my ranking plan for what I'm doing with these particular sites when it comes to just building an MVP and then going from there. But also I wanted to cover the reason to why I'm doing this challenge and putting this out here on YouTube. So first off is because of the fact that if I say here towards the end of January that I'm going to build out 100 sites, the fact of the matter is that I have to go out there and build them, and I have to invest the time and the resources into doing that. And if May rolls around and this challenge is not complete, I'm going to look like a fool. So I'm going to do that, and it's the best way to hold myself accountable for all of you guys to see that, okay, I'm going out there and doing all of this work, and I'm going to do it every single day, or at least if there's a weekend coming up or something like that, I'm going to do multiple of these sites in a day, so that way that accounts for having some time off or whatever the case may be with that particular situation. But also the inspiration for this idea came from while I was watching a Daily Driven Exotics video, which if you don't watch their channel and you have any interest in cars, specifically exotic cars, luxury cars, supercars, anything like that, which I really enjoy, I would highly suggest going and watching them. But one of their videos, they were talking with one of their friends who they had not seen in a while. He's a music producer in Beverly Hills or LA or whatever. And they had asked him, where have you been? He said, well, I've been working. Got to do 5 beats a day until May. And that was like his New Year's challenge, I think, or something like that. They didn't really do much elaborating on it, but I heard him say that and I thought, hey, that would be a great idea here for the challenge. So that's what we are doing. So what you can expect to see is basically a week to week, basically accountability check, if you will, with me basically listing out, okay, hey, I did these sites, here's how long they took, here's the different build styles of each one of these sites, here's what the plan is, all that sort of good stuff. Anywho, let's get into my computer and take a look at what we have thus far. So to start things off, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering the niches, and what I'm doing right now and what I highly recommend you do right now if you're watching this right now here at the latter half of January is building sites for outdoor home services. So that way, if you start ranking them, you can tap into that peak season when it does come around in about 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 months from now, and you want to be able to capture that traffic. So if you're watching this, say 6 months from now, you still can tap into that uptick in the fall for outdoor home services, but it's not like your efforts are going to waste because you're planting a seed today and you're going to be watering it and fertilizing it, and you'll be ready to go come the peak season for 2021. And these services, it's not like we're doing Shopify here where we're selling the same dog necklace that all of a sudden 100 other marketers are selling, all on Facebook with the same targeting, with the same ad image, all that sort of stuff in the same looking store. The sites could all look the same for the most part, frankly, and they will still convert. These services have been around for decades, and the cycle of when the buying happens and all that sort of stuff and when there's interest in these services has not changed for decades and probably will not change for decades unless there's something crazy different that changes in terms of how people buy those services. But especially in places where there's winter, not much is going to change. So I'm targeting mostly northern areas for most of these sites thus far, and will probably continue to target a lot of northern areas because of the fact that that gives me a little bit of time for peak season to kick in, especially if winter hangs on a little bit longer in some of the northern states, like it can do, because some areas will get snow in April, and that will pretty much halt any progress for outdoor home service work. But what I also want to do with this video series is not only obviously hold myself accountable, but I also want to invite you guys to do the same. Maybe you don't have a budget to to do one site a day every single week, and then also be able to follow up with ranking the site, because there are services that you will need to purchase, like outsourcing citation building, social signals, and then either outsourcing PBN links from another vendor or building your own network of sites or whatever you might be doing. There are expenditures that go into it. So I understand that not everyone might not have the budget to do 100 sites in 100 days, or they don't have the time, whatever it might be. But I invite you guys to go do it. And if you're going to take on this challenge, whether it's one site a week or whatever, leave a comment below. Let me know that you're going to take on this challenge, because that would be really cool to see some of you guys take action as I take action, because that's the goal of my channel, to get you guys the information you need so you can take action. Now, the build style for these sites is going to be a mixture of primarily single city focused sites and Magic Page plugin sites, and I'll elaborate a little bit more on how I do that here in a minute. But also some City Page Pro sites, and the days that I build those sites, because they only take like 20 minutes to do, will most likely be during times when I know that my time will be extremely limited to be able to focus on this challenge. But building those sites is going to be a part of this as well. The plan with single city sites and the Magic Page plugin sites is going to be building an MVP, minimum viable product, first, and build the trust and authority in each site before expanding into other services if it's a single city site, or expanding with more city pages if it's a Magic Page plugin site. And some of you guys in the previous videos left comments, as well as in the Facebook group, asking about the build style, minimum viable product, how that works. So I'll explain that here real quick. So for a single city site, so let's say we have an electrician site. We'll do lawn care. It's just really easy for me to explain about it. So first off, what I will do is I will go through the search results, and let's say that that particular city that we're targeting is Macon, Georgia, for example. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go to the search results. I'm going to check out which one has higher search data and which has higher competition. Usually it's going to go hand in hand. Lawn care in Macon, Georgia, or landscaping in Macon, Georgia. And then I'll determine which one has highest volume, and I'm going to make that one be the homepage. So the domain is going to be landscaping Macon, Georgia, for example. And then we have the homepage for landscaping Macon, Georgia. And the reason for that is, like I've mentioned in many videos before, is that the majority of the links are going to the homepage. So your citations, a bunch of your PBNs are going to go there, and that is the one that you want to rank for a single city focused site. Now, the next thing that you do, though, because you still want to tap into the lawn care traffic and other services, you also, at the same time you're building the site, you can build out a lawn care page. And that's going to be all about lawn care in Macon, Georgia. And let's pretend it snows in Macon, Georgia, which I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But then you would also create a page all about snow removal in that city that you're targeting. Then you start building trust and authority with your citations, tons of social signals, and then eventually PBNs about a month into the site's existence. And then as your site starts to rank, that is when you can branch out into building other service pages. So from landscaping, that's when you build out your paver patios page and your retaining walls page and your lawn mowing page, lawn fertilizing, tree services, all those sorts of things, because it's going to be a lot easier to rank, because one, Google sees that there's already trust and authority on the site and there's already traffic coming to it, so it just makes it a lot easier, and you're not having to try to push a boulder up a mountain. So the same principle over here with the Magic Page plugin site, but here's the difference. We're not trying to rank for 20 different services with a Magic Page plugin site. And what you want to do is find a service that's obscure, if you will. So rather than targeting plumbing, you could maybe do toilet replacement or something like that, or whatever service that you're doing for whatever state that it is. So let's say we're going to be doing landscape design Georgia, like I mentioned. So we would do georgialandscapedesign.com, landscape design Georgia, whatever is available. So we'll do LDG for that. And this site is going to really only be one page. And this is exactly what I'm doing with this challenge. One landing page, one request a quote page, terms of service pages, and that's it. Citations, social signals, PBNs, maybe some foundational links and Web 2.0s. But I'm going to go with a minimal link approach with just doing citations, social signals, and then getting into PBNs about a month into existence. So once we get the page ranking here, same principles from back over here at the single city site. We have our page ranking, maybe on page 2 or page 1 for Landscape Design Georgia. That is when you put Magic Page plugin to work and have it build out pages for every single city in the entire state of Georgia for landscape design. Landscape design Atlanta, landscape design Macon, Valdosta, Savannah, all those cities throughout the entire state. That is when you have the software do that, and you set it up to drip feed over the course of maybe a month. And it might take Google a month or so to crawl that site, but it's going to index it and it's going to rank it probably on the first page for a lot of those cities. Probably not Atlanta, because obviously that's a massive city, but for a lot of those smaller suburbs, you can see probably page 1 or page 2 rankings, because you built the trust and authority in the homepage. Anyways, that is my plan for 100 sites in 100 days, beginning here in January and going through the very beginning of May. So if you got value out of this, I'd appreciate it. Went down below, dropped a like on this video. And if you're going to take on some type of challenge with building a site and make sure you stay accountable, leave a comment below. Let me know that you guys are going to do something similar, whether it's 1 site a day, whether it's 3 sites a week or 1 site a week, whatever you can do. It would be cool to see you guys following along with this challenge as well. And also, if you want to stay up to date on this challenge as well as the other content I share here on the channel, be sure to go down below, join our ever-growing family, which is now at 2,000 subscribers strong. Incredibly thankful for that. Hit that subscribe down below and also hit the bell for notifications so you know when all the newest content comes live. And if you want to get more guided step-by-step training on how to build sites like this, there are links right down below. There are links right down below to our courses where you can get access to that guided step-by-step training and a whole lot more. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video, probably be next week, when I basically do a weekly roundup on all the sites and how much time was put into building each one of them and all sorts of good, cool stuff and cool data like that. So I'll see you guys in the next video.